Hey, what's up, everybody? Frederick Polk here. So if you're anything like me, if you think about Texas and a border problem, you think about Mexico. That's the first thing that comes to my mind, especially with all those Texas Republicans that are anti-immigrant, racist against Hispanics and Mexicans, hate people using Spanish, even though most of the place names and food they eat is absolutely Mexican. You think of Governor Hot Wheels putting concertina wire in the Rio Grande strung along by buoys. What you don't think about is that border far to the north. Our border we share with a once good friend, a steadfast ally. The border with Canada. And right now, they're getting even through the policies they've passed as retaliation against Trump and his horrible tariffs and threats of annexation. But it's going to hit Texas possibly worse, because they're getting kicked below the belt, economically speaking. And a mud hole is about to be stomped right in their butt. But before I get into all that, please like and subscribe. Absolutely helps out my channel. And if you want to see my face again, it helps with that too. But let's break down where they're getting hit at and how. It's a new laws and policy that Canada has just enacted. Texas is absolutely going to pay the price across three big sectors: energy, agriculture, and tourism. And those are three pillars of Texas. Canada's not just doing this on accident. It's absolutely on purpose. It's to make a point. Let's talk about energy. See, recently Canada passed the Energy Export Licensing Act. It forces new political approval for importing U.S. oil and gas. Now that may sound boring, but it's anything but to the businesses that use that and make money from it, because it's killing contracts. Refineries in Texas, especially along the Gulf Coast, are losing Canadian business worth millions. And the permits needed to get that product into Canada, they're suddenly being held up or denied. No reason given. It's just bureaucratic friction. Canada isn't saying they don't want Texas fuel. They're just making it nearly impossible to buy it. Next came the sanitation ban. That's on agriculture. You might have remembered my video in Iowa. I talked a little bit about that there. Because sanitation is now the watchword that you don't really want to hear in reference to food. And that's because Canada updated its safety standards overnight. Now, Texas beef, cotton, and citrus are all being flagged. See, there's just too much residue. Or there's the wrong packaging. There's not enough traceability. Every export now for Texas becomes a gamble. That means Canada walking away from Texas produce, agriculture, beef, all those products. Not because they found something wrong, but because the rules are designed to make U.S. goods harder to sell. What's the result of all that? Spoiled shipments, backed up warehouses, producers who can't move their product. What about tourism? Canada passed the Travel Safety Designation Act. That's a Canadian law that advises against visiting certain U.S. states. Texas made the list. The reasons? Politics, public health, and gun violence. Now, Canadian snowbirds, they're canceling trips. Airlines are reducing flights from Canada. Rental homes are sitting empty, and the money those travelers used to spend, they're not spending it. It just ain't happening. It's not a coincidence. It's absolutely coordinated. See, unlike the U.S., Texas isn't in a trade war. Well, technically they're not. They're actually in a trade trap. Each of those laws, energy licenses, sanitation bans, and travel warnings were written to look reasonable. But together, they form a wall for Canada, a legal one. It's built to choke off Texas trade without ever saying the word boycott. Because here's the truth. Canada didn't raise its voice. Not like our dipshit leader. They just passed 6 laws and let the math do the screaming. That's how Canadians are fighting back. That's how Canadians are hitting back at this stupid trade war that Trump has started. Because the problem is, Trump isn't treating it like a trade war. Neither are Republicans. But Canada sure is. And it's going to get painful. It's going to get real painful before they figure out, oh shoot, we're in a fight. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Keep the faith, defend democracy, and I'll see you later.